What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? I'm Treyllo. Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. As of today, Dying Light 2 has been out for about 2 weeks. I hope that most of you got to experience the game. I know I personally clocked in over 35 hours. And let me tell you, this game is peak gaming. Like, we did not get cyberpunked at all. But nonetheless, I've seen a lot of debate over certain features in Dying Light 2 that people are saying the first game did better. There are even some believers that genuinely think Dying Light 1 is still a better game compared to the sequel. So today, I thought we'd do an analysis on the two games, depicting their ups and downs now that we kind of know the entire game of Dying Light 2, and truly answering the question, is Dying Light 2 worse than Dying Light 1? Hey, if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As like I said in my last two videos, not many of you are subscribed. I might have to start finding some of you. Anyway, let's get into the video. So first things first, I'd like to look at this poll. A YouTuber asked his community what people were enjoying most about Dying Light 2, talks about graphics, combat, but as you can see clearly, the most liked thing by far is the parkour. This is interesting because the parkour was one of the most worried about features when the game was initially coming out. It's good to see that it's stuck with a lot of people, and now it's one of the most liked features in the game. So first, let's talk about the parkour. There's no doubt in this case, Dying Light 1 stood out as a game because of its intense parkour mechanics. It fit the game well, and there were very few zombie parkour games on the market, not to mention first-person zombie games. Dying Light 1 implemented the parkour moves, the skill sets you can unlock, and the dope freerunner feeling that was pretty much never done before. But now, with the amount of playtime I have, I can officially say Dying Light 2 said fuck that and made it 4 times better. Yes, the parkour is still incredibly floaty, no doubt, but it works with the game perfectly. Once you get to late game, when you're incorporating all the skill moves you've learned, along with the grappling hook, the paraglider, and increased stamina, you're looking at peak parkour, bro. It is so addictingly fun to traverse the city in all the various different ways that you can do it. Dying Light 2's parkour, once I got to around the mid game, was just unbeatable. I'm in love with it now, and I understand why they made the decisions they made. Techland did incredible. Next, let's take a look at the combat, another big feature in the game. Dying Light 1's combat was extremely satisfying, and the reason for that was because when you hit zombies, it truly felt like a connected feeling. Your weapons would get stuck in the zombies. It felt like your weapon was truly slashing through a zombie's face, and that made it fun to just take on hordes and hordes of zombies with your weapons without ever getting bored. That combined with the parkour made Dying Light 1 excellent. Dying Light 2 did something similar, but in my opinion, it fell off short. That feeling of connection with some of the weapons was no longer there. The satisfyingness of hitting a zombie with some weapons is no longer there. The actual gore in the game has felt decreased and does not feel as prevalent as it was in the first game. Nonetheless though, the weapon mods and the weapon upgrades you can use are a lot more fun, a lot cooler, and a lot more diverse. So I think Dying Light 2 adds a lot more to the combat with the new craftables and the new parkour moves that they added. However, when it comes to the actual base mechanics of combat, Dying Light 1 did it better. The third topic I want to talk about is nighttime. Dying Light 1's nighttime was absolutely terrifying. The developers even said that just no one was going out at nighttime, not because there wasn't necessarily a point, but because that shit was scary as fuck. That shit was like watching The Conjuring by yourself at night in the woods. I just simply was not fucking with that. The volatiles chasing at you light speed, all the zombies having increased health and damage and screaming as they frail towards you. Fuck no. Dying Light 2 pretty much got rid of a lot of those factors. Now nighttime is a little bit more tame. Going out is not nearly as scary as it used to be. Nighttime, number one, is just not as dark. Also, way less volatiles. And just the overall design and the sound effects just kind of tune down how scary it is. Now, I believe this was on purpose, like I said, to make people go out at night, but it lost its charm for it being night. Now it just kind of feels like a regular day and night cycle. You know, night is what it is. Not pressed to really go to sleep. It's whatever. But a franchise that prides itself in being scary and almost impossible at night has lost that trademark. Coming at number 4, the story. We don't have to talk about this for very long. Dying Light 1's story was truly entertaining. The position you were in as a GRE agent, dropping into this zone almost as a double agent, and slowly Kyle Crane defects from his own organization. You get to see this survivor and political story unfolding at the same time. And there's a lot of cool action cutscenes and a lot of attachment to the characters that are in the story. Dying Light 2 loses a lot of those features. Number one, a lot more characters, which you can see is a good thing, but also it makes you lose the attachment to each one. Way too many cutscenes. Every 10 seconds, like I've mentioned in previous videos, you are always in a cutscene. Also, being a pilgrim is cool, but it simply isn't as cool as Kyle Crane being an GRE agent. Pilgrim is just too like generic of a zombie apocalypse type role. Dying Light 1's story was actually truly entertaining, and it blows Dying Light 2's out the park. Graphics. I mean, I don't really know what there is to say here. People are saying that Dying Light 1's graphics were better. They're not. Dying Light 1's graphics are truly impressive for the time that the game came out. 2015, not only did it run smoothly on the average machine, it also looked sexy as hell. But Dying Light 2 is definitely a better looking game. It's just undebatable. This game came out 7 years later, so to say it's not, go to the eye doctor. Overall, I do believe Dying Light 2 is a significantly better game. There's a lot we can't fit into the video, but so many tiny things make Dying Light 2 a better and more fun and replayable experience. Don't get me wrong, Dying Light 1 is a masterpiece, and masterpieces are always going to have their place, no matter if a sequel is made that is meant to surpass it. But saying Dying Light 1 is a better game than Dying Light 2, I just can't agree. Like I said, it's my opinion, so relax, okay? Don't go in the comments and be like, oh, you're shitting on games again. All right, I'm fucking analyzing 2 video games, all right? It's a part of my channel. Let me know what you think of these 2 games. Do you think Dying Light 1 is better, or do you think they're both good in their own ways? Let me know down below in the comments, guys. And without further ado, I'm Treyllo. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.